Assalamu alaikum, family,
Peace and love, everyone.
and revolutionary salutes. On September 11th, Bamboo and I received the worst news of our life. We received a phone call stating that our child was shot and killed in Phoenix, Arizona. If things could not get worse, when we called the hospital, we were deprived of any information. They kept telling us that our child was not present in their hospital, and the family members that were on scene at the hospital were deprived of even seeing his body or identifying him. We started to understand the situation when we were told that the individuals who shot my son, our son, were white. There were only 4 white people on the scene, and they were all together when the situation occurred. 2 of the white people that killed our child was a father and a son. They claimed self-defense. Our son is 19 years old. He was coming back from work. He still had his work clothes in his backpack. He was meeting a friend to be picked up where the situation occurred, letting us know that this was not what we were made to believe or what the detective was telling us. They let these 4 white men go after 2 hours of questioning. Our son was shot 13 times. That's not self-defense. They failed to tell us that our child's face was beaten. After a week of fighting with Phoenix to get our son's body released and sent home to us, when we finally viewed the body, his left side of his face was beat. And when we viewed the body further, we seen the back of his head was crushed in. This was not done during the autopsy. We know what autopsy cuts look like. This was a hole in our son's head, a hole in our child's head that I, as a mother, can't begin to express. No parent should see that. Way too many times we're hearing that our children are gunned down in the street by police brutality or white brutality. All they have to claim is self-defense, and they get off because this judicial system in America is white ran, and it's for whites only. We, as colored folks, as they call us, are being attacked daily. Our children are being attacked daily, and we're getting the same phone call across this entire nation that our children are perpetrators and the victim is always white, when the white folk that are supposedly the victims have no scars or scratches or harm done to them, and it's our children laid with multiple bullet holes in their bodies and left in the streets like dogs. My child is not an animal, and my child is not garbage, and neither is your children. So on top of this, we're left with bills that are exceeding our capabilities. We have to hire investigators to investigate the situation. We have to hire legal assistance. We are left to pick up our broken pieces, and we are facing the hardest time of our entire life. We have put our trust in the Most High, and that's where we're leaving it. I have made a vow to every mother and father in this nation that I will do my part and continue to fight against this sick system, this sick terrorist system of oppression, this sick, insane system that is continuously victimizing our children and continuously killing our children. They all work together, and they all work side by side. And until we rise up as a nation, until us mothers, us women rise up, like Minister Farrakhan said, no nation can rise higher than the woman. So it's time that we as women rise up and we go into them streets and we get our babies back, because they're killing our children, and they're doing it boldly. They are doing it boldly because they're getting away with it. So now we have to stand up. And we're failing our children. We are failing our children every time we see one of our children laying in the street. We're failing them. So I come to you with everything inside of me to first and foremost thank each and every one of you who have given your condolences, sent your love and your prayers. They're received. We received them. And we thank you from everything from every part of our being. We thank you.
With that said, we have set up a GoFund account, which any of you can feel free to send donation or contribution. It's basically self-explanatory. It's right here on this video. So all you got to do is go to the website and do your thing.
We want to thank those of you who have already contributed. Because of your contribution, we were able to pay for travel expenses, and we were able to get our son up to Sacred Land so that he may be given back to Mother Earth. And it was done in a sacred manner, in a powerful manner. So we thank each and every one of you who have extended your love through contribution. We still have a big debt, a mighty debt that we have to pay off, and it's exceeding our capabilities at the current time. So whatever you can do to assist us, whatever dollar or a few cents, it goes a long way.
We don't ask for much, but whatever you can afford.
During this, during the week that our son was gunned down, in that same week, 19 other men of color were gunned down as well, in the same manner, and all by white folks who claim self-defense. This is their new strategy, and this is what the system is protecting them on. So help us to stop this insanity.
It's time to make a stand.
And we have to work together to do it. I don't want to wait for another brother or sister to make a video or to announce that their child was gunned down by these white supremacists. They are teaching their children to kill our children. Like I said, it was a father and a son who killed our son. This was not self-defense. Self-defense doesn't require 13 shots and beating up a child at the same time. These were grown men against a 19-year-old boy who was alone. So with saying that, we thank you for your time, and we extend our love and in abundance. And I make a vow to each and every one of you that I will stand firm on my word, that I will not stop until this insanity is crushed once and for all, that this white racist system is crushed once and for all. And we need each and every one of you to stand up and walk with us so that we may be able to stop this from happening again. Put yourself in our shoes. This could be your child. In fact, it is your child, because tomorrow you can get the same phone call that we received. So
thank you again.
And we extend peace and love, and we ask the Almighty to protect each and every one of your households and in love and peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Peace and love.